you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Preston Smith, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Prescott on 4th down. And a It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
After the penalty is Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Packers at 3-6 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go down it again. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
A lot of storylines in this matchup. The Packers have had the upper hand. They've won 5 of the last 6 meetings. You think about the Dez Bryant game in the playoffs and the catch, no catch controversy. But of course the news here, the return of Mike McCarthy. He was the coach here from 2006 to 2018. Only Curly Lambeau himself has more wins as a Packer coach than McCarthy. And that includes Vince Lombardi. So he had quite an accomplished tenure, no doubt, including the Super Bowl win. And that one not going to have enough height on it. Down around his feet, it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Rodgers now on first down.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers on the move to his left.
That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard.
Touchdown! Allen Lazard, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Inside give to Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, 88.
They'll go again to Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Dillon.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
An inside give to Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey, 626!
Second down, another shot for Jones. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Rodgers to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's got room. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 23-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's wanting to get into the top 5.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
To throw again on second down, Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. Maher able to put this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. This is Lazard with a catch out left. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now it's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
To throw is Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, Prescott forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 23. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's got it. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now here's Pollard. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Elliott. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Running with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air. even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's a give to Jones running left.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. A nice little juke. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the counter, Elliott. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. CeeDee Lamb from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They find some open field. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A 20th carry here for Elliott.
Oh, they'll wind up losing yardage on the play. You cannot have that. And also, 4th down now.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth.
He's got Elliott. And they will get the conversion on fourth down to stay alive, but time not an ally. Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security, want to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution.